Hey guys, welcome back to Burke Family 54 Comics channel. I am Steve. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about who you should be subscribed to on YouTube for some awesome comic book content. Stay tuned for the video. Alright, so when I started coming up with a list of people to talk about here on YouTube that are awesome comic book creators, I said I was going to do a top 10. And then I realized I was leaving out a ton of really awesome YouTube comic book content creators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a top 10 and a bonus section. And if I forgot to include you in a video, I'm really sorry. I know there's going to be a ton of people I forgot to include. So with that, let's get right into the top 10 list of comic book creators on YouTube, according to me, Burke Family 54 Comics. All right, so the first comic book content creator I'm going to be talking about is Discovery Bay Comics. JB over at Discovery Bay, he's an awesome dude who is doing God's plan here for YouTube by making an everyday YouTube, basically TV guide about what videos are being released by different comic book content creators that day. So every day, Monday through Saturday, he has a show where he lists, who's going to be having what shows during a day, who's going live, what videos are going on. He also added an Instagram tag of the day and what's in that box sections as his video. So he also does unboxings basically every day. So if you're not subscribed to Discovery Bay Comics, sorry JB, a link to their channel will be in the description below. Let's get to number 2. Okay, so the second comic book content creator on YouTube you should be following or subscribed to is Comic Tom 101. He's a super cool dude who does a hot top 10 comics list every single week for CBSI. He also does a mystery mail call as well as a ton of other really awesome YouTube videos on comic books. So again, number 2 is Comic Tom 101, and again, a link to his channel will be in the description. Okay, number 3 on the list after Discovery Bay Comics and Comic Tom 101 is Reggie Collects. That dude is really cool. He has a video that goes live every day at 3:30 my time, so Central Standard Time, about different things from tips, how to send stuff into CGC. He does hauls, he does live streams, he does a weekly giveaway, all sorts of really cool stuff. So if you're not subscribed to Reggie Collects yet, I suggest you do that. Again, a link to his channel will be in the description. Okay, number 4 on my list of comic book creators on YouTube you should be following or subscribed to is Bueller Comics. That dude is a super nice guy. He does Bueller boxes every once in a while where he gives out some really cool books at a crazy price. He talks about new comics every week. He goes to Comic Cons, he interviews people, he says, what's hot and what's going on at different things throughout the year. So if you're not subscribed to Bueller Comics yet, you need to be. And again, a link to his channel will be in the description. Okay, number 5 on the list are my boys Manny and Chino over at Chino Comics and More. Those guys are really awesome. They do a weekly show called New Comic Book Day Early with me and Thoro Kuboro, where they show off new comic books that are releasing the next day. They also own a comic book shop in Houston called R&R Comics. They're really awesome guys. They also have a ton of really sick books in their personal collection. So if you're not subscribed to Chino Comics and More, you need to be. Again, a link to their channel will be in the description. Okay, number 6 on my list is my dude, Droc Comics, George. He's an awesome guy. I've met him in person. Picture of me and him will be... Nope. Right there. Picture of me and him will be right there. He's a really cool dude. He does a weekly video for his new comic book day haul. He does all sorts of CGC unboxings. He does live streams. He does movie reviews. All sorts of really cool things. He's almost at 300 subscribers. So if you're not subbed to Droc Comics yet, please do so. He's an awesome guy. Okay, number 7 on our list is Perry Comics. He's another really cool dude. He does a video about every day. He does hot new comics that are coming out. He talks about He does a review on New Comic Book Day of the books he got. He does movie reviews. He does all sorts of really cool stuff. He's also doing some really cool software, OBS. So all those videos look really awesome. So if you're not subscribed to Perry Comics or Droc Comics, a link to their channels will be in the description. Okay, next on our list at number 8 is Home of the New York Warriors. They do weekly auctions on, I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday, where they do an auction for about 6 hours. They're really cool guys. They do awesome videos. Thorough Kuboro is on there a lot. So a link to their channel will be in the description. Okay, number 9 on our list of top 10 comic book creators on YouTube, according to me, is John's Comics for Kids. He's another really cool dude. He's a dad like me, and he's a teacher like me. He does a weekly Saturday show with his 2 daughters, Kate and Charlie, where they talk about what books they're reading. He also does hauls. He does a New Comic Book Day, I think it's called Book Club, every single Wednesday. And he's just an overall really cool guy. And he's one of the people that got me into YouTube, along with the next person on our list. Number 10, we have Matt Thanatos, Thanatos Comics. He's another really cool dude. I remember watching videos of him and Reggie back when Reggie had like 1,000 subs, and now Reggie's at 4,000. So they're both really cool dudes. He's a DC guy like me. He's a Green Lantern fan. He does hauls. He talks about stuff. He's just a real chill dude. So if you're not subscribed to Thanatos or John's Comics for Kids, a link to their channels are in the description. Okay, now it's time for our bonus section. So I'm not going to put a link to all of these people because there's a ton of them, but I'm just going to talk about each single person on the bonus list. First, we have JP's Budget Collecting. He's a cool dude. Me and D-Runk and JP met up at the con earlier this year. Picture right there. So he's a really cool dude. Next on our list, we have the boy who had 7. He is an awesome dude. He's almost at 1,000 subs. So if you're not subscribed to the boy who had 7, please do so. Matt is a really cool dude. He just upgraded his comic book room. He's got some really cool comics. So again, the boy who had 7 is a really cool dude. Next on our list of bonus YouTube comic book creators, we have Lohse, which is also La Sombra 2579. Another really cool dude. He just got a giant size X-Men #1 in the mail yesterday. He's got an ASM 129. All sorts of really cool videos going on. He's going to start pressing books soon. He sent me a really cool Shazam #1. So if you're not subscribed to Lohse yet, La Sombra 2579, please do so. He's an awesome guy. Justin Rico and Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, they do a weekly show with Perry Comics called Pass or Buy. They're both really cool dudes. Justin Rican's a Flash guy like me, and Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, is a TMNT guy like me. So if you're not subscribed to either one of them, please give Rod, the Rican, and Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, a subscribe or a sub on YouTube. Okay, next we have Bake the Snake. Bake is another really, really awesome guy. He sells lots of books on YouTube. He does hauls. He went to a con recently. Really cool dude. So Bake the Snake is another guy you should be subscribed to on YouTube. Next guy we have is Karate Kevin. He has a YouTube channel called Superpower Review. He's got an insane collection. I think he's got like 10 copies of ASM 300. He's a big Spider-Man and Batman fan. So if you like Batman and Spider-Man, give Superpower Review a follow. Okay, next we have Comic Head 84 Kenny, a really awesome dude. Him and 90MF Comics, which is Chad, and Hialeah Bro Comics. Those 3 guys are really cool dudes. Comic Head was putting out a video almost every day lately, and Chad's always doing awesome videos of Hialeah. So all 3 of those guys are really cool dudes you should be subscribed to. Again, it's Comic Head 84, 90MF Comics, and Hialeah Bro Comics. The next person on our list is Jem Boatwright from Boatwright Family Comics. He's another really, really cool dude. You should be subscribed to him. He does all sorts of really cool videos with his family. He's a Batman fan. He's a Daredevil fan. Awesome dude. Next we have Bear Island Comics. He just joined YouTube recently. Really, really funny dude. He sings. He does a giveaway. He's a Game of Thrones fan. So give Bear Island Comics a sub. Next, we have Three Men in a Basement, which is Nemesis Prime, Everett, and a third guy, I forgot his name, but 3 Men in a Basement is another channel you should be following. They also do Lords of the Long Box, so subscribe to each one of those channels. Next, we have Caleb the Comic Smurf. Dude, if you like energy, you should be subscribed to Caleb the Comic Smurf. That guy is insane. He has a ton of energy. He's always happy. He does, he's on the Comic Core, which is the next one on my list. So subscribe to the Comic Core and Caleb the Comic Smurf, because I do lots of auctions and they talk about comic book stuff. They're really cool people. Jem and Collectibles also does a lot of videos. They got over 20,000 subscribers. So Jem and Collectibles, if you like statues and talking about omnibuses and lots of reads, those are the people for you. Last 3 people on our list is Comic Books NYC, Chino Comics, and AML. All 3 of them are really, really awesome people. Comic Books NYC is up in NYC. Obviously, he's a Batman fan. He does a series of JP's Budget Collecting, talking about different Batman storylines. Chino Comics, another really awesome dude. He does hauls as well. He just got a couple Spider-Man booth boxes, and he gets some eBay hauls, all sorts of stuff. And AML, I just started following him, but he's a really cool dude. He posts a video about every day. So, again, my bonus list of comic book creators is JP's Budget Collecting, The Boy Who Had 7, Lohse, Just a Rico and Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, Bake the Snake, Superpower Review, Comic Head 84, 90 MF Comics, Hialeah Bro Comics, Boatwright Family, 3 Men in a Basement, Lords of the Long Box, Caleb the Comic Smurf, the Comic Core, Jem and Collectibles, Comic Books NYC, Chino Comics, and AML. And again, our top 10 list of comic book creators on YouTube, according to me: Discovery Bay, Comic Tom 101, Reggie Collects, Bueller Comics, Chino Comics and More, Droc Comics, Perry Comics, Home of the New York Warriors, John's Comics for Kids, and Thanatos Comics. That's all I have for you this time, guys. Please subscribe to all those channels I talked about, because they're really cool people. Thanks a lot, guys. Go Cats.